comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Lots of aggression from both sides. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Knockdown. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Was looking for that jump attack. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Immediate jump in. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Closes the gap. Drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Risky up-close scrap still going. Medium kick hits. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits him with a stopping block. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Jumps! Genius lead with that throw escape. Amazing! Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Doesn't test the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Quick dash. Low heavy, but no go. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Player 1 has the super gauge. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Amazing! Player 2 isn't. Oh my God! They just chunked it up. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Ooh, what a smart play. Okay, here we go. Player 1. No! None of the wall! Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that forward throw, laying the pressure on stage. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Were they looking to connect with the
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Some drive game. With super hits, it's gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Player 1 comes out on top with a fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like it adds a bit of OD spice there. Checks with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Both fighters will want to make something happen while avoiding burnout state. Drive usage will be very important here for both fighters. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Great work finding the opening. Strings it all together. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gate. Holy shit, we really are gonna die! To pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
Quick dash in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Brushes that off and keeps going. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. Player 2, what's this? What's gonna happen? Were they baiting them into that? Player 1 has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Experiencing burnout. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. What's the next move? Solid anti-air. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Are they going to be able to clutch anti-air? Low heavy. Are we gonna see a comeback in there? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. Quick dash. It's time to run that off. Medium kick hits. Pokes with a kick. Impact. Squash. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player 1 with a uses their drive gauge. One tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Gotta do better than that. Excellent block to shut off the impact. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both sides getting red, drops them from the air. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Turn around. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. There's a burnout. What's next? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Dangerous range here. Oh my God, Raw Super! Cashes out the cage right there. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. Sit down and shut up. They are done. Player 2 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. All whip and no throw. Smart play to stop the opponent. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. What's the play here? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Holds out with the block. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead opens up. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Quick dash in. Had the radar up and running. Goes to the overdrive. Who will gain control of the match in there? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Punish is there with the drive impact. Really laying on the pressure. Flip springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Gotta do better than that. Experiencing burnout. Long critical. What's gonna happen? They're gonna teach you a lesson here. To play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
I've had enough.
We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. This is a critical moment. Gotcha there! Critical on chips them for the win. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Deftly shuts out the jumper.
Oh yeah, baby!
They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Grabs him. Projectile to try and change the situation. The super armor does its job. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Throws out a projectile. Had the radar up and running. Things are slow going right now. but we may see someone speed things up soon. Drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Both sides have the super gauge maxed and ready to rip. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Big throw, springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Still slugging it out at this range. Level 3 super, spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 drops them to half, closing the gap. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 2 will look. Ooh, what a smart throw! What now? Up top KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Fires a blast. Who's going to steal this win? Big throw. Shows the medium kick.
Gotcha, nigga!
Springs forward with the drive rush.
Nice air slasher.
Player 1 is in a pretty good situation.
Cuts that off.
Player 1 can't use turns out.
Super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Oh, they switch sides. Drive rush. Medium kick. A real test of nerves here. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player 2 needs throw zone. How long can this offensive assault continue? They are done! Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. Parry connects. Sandblast. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Or gets them. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Both fighters planning something? Throw escape. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in? Player 2 is dominating the set. In there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? They're in ring, adds a bit of OD spice. Player forward rush. Ooh, you never know. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. What now? Keeps him up, connects with the throw. They're using a fireball. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Will this super art do anything? Too slow. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checks with a medium kick. Box him with a target combo. Takes them all. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. They get the wall splat, and now the opponent is defenseless. They couldn't escape the pressure of the impact. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Oh! Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. Both burnout activates. Player one has completely KO. Player one wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Hits him with a stop and pop. Drumming up a beat down. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big hit drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Vulcan blast! Both fighters planning something? Long-range fireball to break the silence. Brushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super hit. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Whoa, hold on. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Just out of range for that throw. Well-timed corner switch. Knockdown. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Fires off an overdrive. Strings it all together. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Big throws. Burnout activates. Player two in dire hits him with a stop and pop. Both might have side switch. Player two needs to use jackknife maximum cuts clean through him. Player two has no rid of the heart now. Amazing! Kick out of nowhere. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Dashes up. Sees it coming and blocks it out. The throw connects for counter hit damage. That throw hits for a punish counter. They can't take out of it. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. All right. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. Both unable to use drive gauge at this key point. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The jump in catches them. Knockdown. Next hit will end the round. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The super converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Misses the drive impact. Goes to the overdrive. Takin experiencing burnout. Knockdown and player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous Jingu Hadouken. What'll happen here? Looking for a chance. Throws a fireball. Knocked him out of the air. Good decision with that throw. Life lead is there, willing to risk it for the overdrive. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets them with the anti-air. Picks the drive reversal. Shoots off a fireball up close. Handily escapes the throw. Brushes off the throw. Both sides looking for an opening. Still slugging it out here. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive arc anyway just to show they're not gunshot. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Nice tech. Left off a projectile to waste time. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. At this range, springs forward with a drive rush. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jump in. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. So they put drive rush to keep it going. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Long-range fireball to break. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up. Reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Both connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Player, can this drive bring them back? We're betting it all on the drive rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 1, Sheena Shogeki to push forward. Player 2 is in burnout. This is critical. They're stunned and they may not have enough life left to survive. Hits them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Perfectly executed. Gotta hand it to both of our...
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Just out of range for that throw. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to do it? Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? The big play does it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Big counter. Are we going to see some fireworks? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Gets him with the anti-air. Side switch in the corner. Player 2 can build off this lead. Brushes that off and keeps going. Drumming up a beatdown. Going in. Player 1 will look. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Target locked and scoop. Are we gonna see a comeback? Overdrive jackknife. What now? Player 1, oh, what a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Connects with the throw. Excellent block. Pokes with a medium kick. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Shrugs that off. That's gonna leave him rattled. Dangerous range here. Blocks the low kick. Sticks out a kick.
Oh, Russian handshake. Slashes him with a jackknife.
Oh, here we go. This is the time to burn it out. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They are not getting close to each other. A trade. Now what? Drive impact misses. Oh! Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Scuff him. Oh, the throw connects. Smart play with the throw. Target locked and scoop. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Fireball from very low. What's next here? Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireball. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Life lead opens up. Big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express.
The grab misses. Throws them to negate the block. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Target locked and scoop. Player 1 holding on to that corner event. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. This is gonna hurt. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Turns out that back throw was huge. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Oh, they switch lock hugs, nothing but air. Player 1 uses that wall pressure. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Nice air slasher.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. That feeling out phases and brushes that off and keeps going. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart leader management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. There's a burnout. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Backed into the corner. What setup do they have? Looking for yo, Ross. Sunrise. Can they nail the beat? Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. In attack range. Closes it out. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing. No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Still slugging it out here. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. All that effort for so little payoff. Takes a trip. Hold your breath. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps? Burn up KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball. Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. They're going for the super art. Pulls out the big guns with a close-hand round tap.
I never get tired of seeing this. Here it comes.
Player 2 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Oh, the throw connects. A quick breather. Driver! They may need to spend some meter here in order to close out this round. Player 1 can't let this simmer. It closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Nothing stops this train.
Choke finds the target. The rapid fire fist sends him up. Nails it. Impact squashed. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Wow, Sam waiting for this opening.
Taps him on the toe.
Maximum strike. Will this super art do anything? Excellent read. What were they thinking? Flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that rundown. Hits him with a stop and pop. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? That drive impact doesn't get through. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Throws them to... This is a gigantic life lead, down to the wire. Ends the round with a punish counter, living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Goes into the stance. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Not much life difference. Drumming up a beatdown. Looking for a hole. Hikacho from heaven. Will this super art do anything? The low. Low heavy. Player 1 has depleted their drive. Get them with a quick low kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Crowns them from above. Slick overdrive cancels there to call them out. Impact squash. Throws a fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Machine gun uppercut. Hikacho getting in some real damage. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. What now? A jump in? Drive impact misses. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Light throws. Both sides getting nothing stops this train.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!